Hey everyone, it's Sam here. Today I'm going to show you this pop-out gatefold card that I made during a YouTube live over on my other channel. But I actually made a similar version of this card 3 years ago and I called it a pop-out gatefold card. That will be coming up here and I'll have it in a playlist towards the end as well. So you can see how it all looks on the front. I'll show you all the supplies in a minute. Just slide off your belly band and then when you open it up you have this very fun, I've done it as a double gatefold this time. And I've got two sections. So those of you that have followed me a long time, you'll probably remember a Christmas version I did in pink and it had one big panel in the middle. But this time we've got the two there with that sentiment. And this is 5x7. I think the other one was 5x7 as well, but I think I've done 6x6 as well. Like I said, I will add them all into a playlist because there's a few more styles now. You've got space on the back there to do more mats and layers to write your message. And it all folds down, like I said, with the belly band, but you could just pop that into an envelope as well. So I've broken down all of the steps, so let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. So I'm using the stamp set from issue 159 of Creative Stamping and it's in collaboration with the RSPB, which is a bird charity here in the UK. And you've got some really wonderful images there, and on the back you've got a colour reference as well, which is really handy. So I did use that, you know, a lot when I was colouring these images in. There's also obviously your magazine there with lots of inspiration as well. So I'm actually going to make the same kind of card really. There's not much different apart from a little bit of the shading, and I've added the grass trim onto this one. What I've got here is a template, so I can use this as I talk through all the measurements, and I've added on the extra panels there as well. So for the double gatefold, because you don't need to add these extra panels here, you might just want it to close with these panels here. You can do, and that's the similar way in that other tutorial. So you'll want two pieces of 3x7, and along the 3-inch side you're going to score at 2.5. I'm using a Kraft card here. This is a 300 GSM, very strong. It's a lovely card to use, but you could use a 220, 230 because you're going to be adding mats and layers, which will make it strong anyway. Fold those over, and that's our little tabs, and then this is the main piece here. So this is a piece of 10x7, so it's this bit here, okay? And along the 10-inch side you're going to score at 2.5 and 7.5. Okay, so we've done 2.5 and 7.5. Those are full score lines. I next think it's easiest if you turn it this way, and we're going to do these lines, which will end up being cut lines, but I think if you score them first it's a little bit easier. And you can see these are all scored between the 2.5 and the 7.5 inch that we just did. So if you fold this over, that 7.5 inch score line, and line it up with the top of the scoreboard here, just put a little notch at 1 inch, 3 inches, 4 inches and 6 inches. And then if you rotate it all the way around, fold over the other edge and repeat. So 1 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch and 6 inch. You can see here 1, 3, 4 and 6. Open it up, and where you've got your notches you can then score just between, so you're just joining up each of those little marks, little notches that you've made, like so. Now if you pop it back this way, it's very easy to add these extra score lines which are at your 5-inch marker, and it's these ones here. You're just scoring them between those sections that you've just created. So you'll see here, if I hold it up, you see we've got these 1-inch sections, 1, 2, 3. And you just want to score between them at 5 inches. So just like so, and then just come down. Use a ruler if you want to line it up with the 5 to make sure you're getting it spot on. And then again, at the very bottom. So you can see where those have been added. Then what I like to do is I use my scoreboard for this, which isn't going to be for everybody, but I use my cutting knife and I just lay it all back in and then just cut it, and it will stay straight because it's in the track, and it's not damaging my scoreboard. So maybe if you've got an older scoreboard you can do that. Otherwise just use your ruler and line it up next to it and cut those. And these are the only sections that you're cutting. You can see how easy that is. So now I've opened up all of those sections. Now some other score lines that we've got to do are these ones here, which are at 3.5 and 6.5, and they're within those bigger sections. So we've done our 5-inch all the way down, but now we need to do these ones here. So I can see 3.5 here. You're going to hover it over that first section and then score. Again, use a ruler, line it up at the 3.5 if you prefer. And then I'm going to hover it over that middle section and then continue. Okay, so you can see there, that's the 3.5. Miss that section, that one and that one. And then your other one is at 6.5. So again, miss the top section, 6.5, miss the middle and carry on at 6.5. Go take a screenshot of that if you want. The red is your cut lines, the black is all the score. So now we need to do some folding. So the two outer ones will be valley folds. Give it a good burnish, especially if you're using a Kraft card, because like I said, it is very thick. All of these score lines in here will all be mountain folds. So if you just bring up your middle section, just pinch that all the way down. Okay, and just give them a nice pinch. And then you can just go in. If you bring these ones over, bring it over like so, and just give it a good burnish. And bring that one over. If you accidentally fold a little bit in the middle, like that one I caught, your mats and layers are going to go over this, so it's going to be fine. And again, just pull them over so you can get in there. But you want to have something like that, and you can, if you want, have these ones popping out and those all back like this, if you wanted to. But I like them all as mountain folds, so just pop them through and you get that effect. Okay, and you'll be able to pinch these even better, like so. That's what I mean. You can just keep it as a gatefold like that, and then they pop up. But I want to add these. So you're going to run your glue along there, and you're going to stick it. If you fold that one over, you're going to stick it on top, because you don't want to see the join. So when it opens, it will be like this. Okay. You can see on this one, see the join is underneath, so you don't see any of that. You'll find with Kraft card, you'll probably have to add more glue than you usually would, because it's very porous and it absorbs a lot of it. So I'm going to add a bit more than I normally would. You can use construction glue as well, but I'm going to use my quick grab glue just because I find it a little bit better with the Kraft card. So just bring it right up to the edge. Again, make sure that all folds down nicely. You want it all within that 5x7 size. Give it a good burnish. And if you've not worked with Kraft card before, just really work the fibres on the fold. So I'm going to fold this back this way as well. It will just soften those fibres a little bit, make it a bit more easier to work with, but it's still very strong. Okay, so you can see that side. So I'm just going to repeat the same on this one here. Fold it in and then stick it on like so. Okay, so now everything is ready to decorate. So I've got my belly band and topper. I'll go through that later. Now, if you want to have your sentiment popping out in the middle, you'll want to make one of these. I make these a lot whenever I have like a centre fold and I want a topper. So this is a piece of 3 inch by 3/4 because I want it to sit behind the height of my sentiment. So if yours is a 1/2 inch sentiment, then you cut this thinner. Maybe you've got something a bit bigger because it can overlap into that space. You don't want to go any wider than the 5 inches. You know, you can certainly change the width of this, but keep the length, which is 3. Along that side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1, 2 and 2.5. And you want to fold it so you have a valley, mountain, mountain, valley. You want to create that effect there. You'll add your glue onto these 2 pieces and you'll stick it over that mountain fold in the middle. And what it does is it keeps this platform here completely straight and allows your sentiment to really pop out. You can see there. So I'll stick it down better in a minute, but that's the other bit that you will need as well. So like I said, I'm going to kind of decorate it pretty much the same as before. So these are going to be on the outer sections because that's what you'll see when it's closed. So all these pieces, you'll want 4 pieces of 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. And then I've done these 2 here, which I'm going to add the cherry blossom on separately. So at the moment, these are both just floating, but they're going to be attached with the cherry blossom. But I've got those that are going to go in there. Here's all the cherry blossoms. So you can see once I add that in, it makes more sense. So I've got those there. And I've got them for the belly band as well. And then I've cut these ones here with the 2 birds. I think I'm going to have that one and that one. These are 2 3/4 by 1 3/4. And then you're going to need 6 pieces of 2 1/4 by 3/4. And they will cover all of these bits. You want to stick these down first before you stick that one on. And then you'll want 4 pieces of 3/4 by 1 3/4, and they are going to go in these areas. Okay, so I'm going to get all of that stuck down. So now I can add the topper. Like I said, just fold that all down and then just add your glue onto those 2 sections, pinch it together, and then make sure that the join in the middle there sits across the fold wherever you want it to be. You might want it at the top and then have it kind of fall down into, you know, this area. There's quite a few ways to change it. And you want to add your glue once you're happy it's in place on the top. Don't worry if it's a bit wonky, because it's the topper, this bit now, that I can make sure is straight, because you can easily, you know, change that. So don't worry if underneath's a little bit wonky, as long as this is straight. And then again, if I bring it up, can you see underneath how that's all attached? It's really nice having that really pop out. It looks beautiful displayed. It's a really lovely style. So then for your belly band, so I've got this strip here. I've done 2 by the length of A4, which is about 11 3/4, but if you've got letter size, then that's fine. But the 2 inches you can change. One thing you do need to be careful with this style is because on the back, you've obviously got all these bits, so the belly band might catch on them. So, I mean, whoever you give it to will still be able to easily remove it, but just something to bear in mind. You could do one that's almost the whole kind of height of the card, so it's more of a case that they slide off. That looks nice as well, and I've done that on cards. You're just going to wrap it around. You don't need to score. Don't really pull it tight. You want this to be able to slide off nicely. And you'll see it overlaps. And I'm just going to add, in fact, I'm going to use the construction glue for this. That's it. And then I've got my topper here. I've just taken some oval dies from my stash. I'm going to pop a little bit of foam. That's obviously optional because it is going to add more dimension. Just a few more elements from the stamp set, and then sit that down there. That can all dry together. And then I've got the remaining blossoms, which I'm just going to feed in behind the sentiment, get all those bits used up, because I need to do it on that one as well. Okay, so there is the finished card. Beautiful belly band. It looks really nice with the cherry blossoms, forgot what they were called then, added. Those who wish to sing always find a song, and then carefully slide that off. Like I said, it might catch on the back a little bit, and then when you open it up, just pop them that way, there we go. That lovely looking card, and it displays really nicely. And I always think it's nice with the belly band next to it. See, mine's got a real bounce to it, and that's what you want. Don't do sharp like folds on the sides and stuff, just so it comes off nicely when they you know, they open it. But yeah, I think that looks absolutely beautiful. Both of those are really nice, and I think perfect for any bird nature fans. I think it's a really, really gorgeous set. So I hope you've enjoyed this, I guess, revisit of the card style I've done. Like I said, I'll share the tutorial. The playlist will be coming up now with the other ones in, because I'm sure I've got a 6x6 or another size, but they'll all be added in anyway. The products that I've used, if the magazine's available on Craft World, I will link it below. But do check out your local superstores as well when you're doing your weekly food shop, because you might find it in the aisles there as well. As always, if you've enjoyed today, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not, and drop me a comment. I do enjoy reading them. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.